Hey, I'm Tyler Brown, and I'm with Sports Unlimited YouTube page. I'm going to be talking about the first national championship for college football. There were two teams that were in the finals, which are Ohio and Oregon, or the Ohio Buckeyes and Oregon Ducks. And Ohio was fourth in college football, and Oregon was second in college football, but surprisingly, Ohio beat Alabama, which is number one. So we come to this spot where they are in the playoffs. They are in the final playoffs for the national championship. First one ever in college history. So, in the beginning, Oregon was favored to win by around 6 points. But then the whole Darren Carrington, or the running back for the Oregon Ducks, was found that he failed a drug test. So he was suspended for the first national championship. So, I mean, that didn't do too much to the Ducks, considering they have Marcus Mariota, however you want to say his name. And he's the Heisman Trophy winner, which that's pretty good for, if you win the Heisman Trophy as a senior, that's incredible. You won. But it was Marcus Mariota against Jones, which I'd have to look, but I think Jones is a freshman. But no, he's a sophomore. Cardale Jones. He's the Ohio State quarterback, which he wasn't too bad, but he did make a few fumbles. And I mean, I can't say anything bad about Ohio because they won, and they are in the Big Ten, and I'm a Penn State fan. Penn State. But I was rooting for Oregon, even though they're not in the Big Ten conference. I'm a Penn State fan. I'm not gonna go with Ohio, but I'm so proud that Ohio won, and they're supporting. They have the Big Ten conference behind them. So, what happened last night was Oregon Ducks and Ohio played. You know that. It was a tough game in the beginning. It looked like the Oregon Ducks were gonna go all the way, but eventually it looked like Ohio were going harder than the Oregon Ducks. And even though the Oregon Ducks have Heisman Trophy winner Marcus Mariota, Cardale Jones did a good job of passing it, and the whole Ohio State team did a good job of finding the pockets, the holes, where they could just run up the field. And the Oregon defense is good. Don't get me wrong; they played good, but the strategies from different conferences, just seeing those come together, because obviously they do. All conferences have different strategies in the football industry, and just seeing them all come together and watching them play out against each other, you really see how some of them are effective and some of them aren't, and like how some of them can be destroyed or could flourish. So it was a good game in the beginning, but then Oregon kind of, in my opinion, kind of gave up. They still went hard, because I mean, it's the national championship. They're not going to go soft and just let Ohio win. But eventually the score was, I believe, 40 something. Championship game. It was 42 Buckeyes, Ohio State, which is really good for for that. And then the Ducks, 20. It's just, they only have 20. They got two touchdowns, and I want to say 2 field goals. I watched the game, but I'm not clear on everything. What Ohio didn't do very good is keep the ball in their hands. Ohio State fumbled a few times, and the Oregon Ducks, I think they intercepted once, and then the rest were fumbles. And one fumble was they broke the ball, and then they just came at Jones like nothing before, and Jones just cracked and dropped the ball, and Oregon just snatched it up. Another one was, I really like this one. Cardell Jones threw the ball. It bounced off his wide receiver, and the Oregon Ducks defense just plowed the ball. It was 2 feet away from the Ohio State, and they just couldn't get it. But that was a good play. So all in all, I'm happy that Ohio State won because they're in the Big Ten Conference, which is actually 12 if you count. And I'm glad that the Oregon Ducks made it that far, that they were in the national championship. Thank you. This was the national championship review, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It's Sports Unlimited. Thank you.